Dear students, in this video we are going to cover some of the most important, most prominent news of recent days. So let's begin now. So first news uh, from international arena. Four countries, United States, Afghanistan, Pakistan and Uzbekistan, have come together to form a new international alliance. So that new international alliance is referred to as Quad grouping. So why Quad? Because Quad means four. So four countries. Which four countries? Remember again: United States, Afghanistan, Pakistan and Uzbekistan. So as you would be knowing, if you are update with the news of recent times, that United States have decided to pull its military out of Afghanistan almost after 18-19 years, because America has been fighting a war against Taliban. So now after 18-19 years, America have decided that it is going to move out its army from Afghanistan. So to fill the political void, the power void, so international community has come together. So Afghanistan and America, obviously, and the neighbors of Afghanistan, so two neighboring countries, so one country Pakistan and the other neighboring country Uzbekistan, so these four countries have come together to form a new political alliance known as Quad grouping. Fine. So as you know the purpose of this group, so purpose of this group is to boost regional connectivity and especially keeping Afghanistan in focus. So this is not the first time that four countries have come together to form a grouping. So few years back, four countries including India, so India, Australia, United States and Japan, so four countries, these four countries had formed an alliance. So that time also these four countries were referred to as the Quad group. So this is the original Quad group, and so this original Quad group contains India, Australia, United States, Japan, and the recently formed Quad group contains United States, Afghanistan, Pacific and Uzbekistan. So the focus of this new Quad group is Afghanistan, whereas the focus of this Quad group is, as you can see, it would be quite obvious that China, the threat of China in the international oceans, so to confine, so basically Pacific region. So let's see. Next news from international arena. Ariel Henry has become the next Prime Minister of Haiti. So you have to remember the name and the country. So Ariel Henry has become the Prime Minister of Haiti. So where is Haiti located? So Haiti is a country located in Caribbean Sea, so very near to Cuba. So Haiti. So you have to remember that the capital of Haiti is Port-au-Prince. I mean, this is not necessary to remember, but these type of questions may be asked in maybe GK section or geography section. So next news is from Peru. So the next president of Peru has been elected, and the name of the president is Pedro Castillo. So you have to remember Pedro, P for Pedro, P for Peru and P for president. So if you while studying, if you can somehow form the connection between words, now, so it will help you retain the memory. So Pedro, Peru, president. So where is Peru situated? So it is a country located in South America. And what is the capital of Peru? Lima is the capital of Peru. Now let's move forward. So UNESCO has recently withdrawn the World Heritage status from Liverpool. So you know that Liverpool is a very ancient, very historic city situated in Britain. So why this you can say the status was withdrawn? Something went wrong. So what went wrong? Why did Liverpool lose the status? So actually renovation work was going on in Liverpool. So because of that renovation work, some of the UNESCO protected sites, because when UNESCO declares something as World Heritage, so the government have to take care of that property. So Britain failed to do so. So those historical sites were damaged during this renovation. some nameplates were removed and all that stuff. So UNESCO took it strongly and withdrew the heritage status, World Heritage status. So this is not the first time this has happened. So earlier in Dresden's Elbe Valley and Oman is country in Asia, Oman's Oryx Sanctuary. So these two World Heritage status has been also revoked in past. So this is the third time that this is happening. Liverpool losing its status. So next news is from our neighboring country Bangladesh. So Bangladesh has asked, or rather you can say banned the telecom companies operating in the country from providing free internet services to its user for social media, because these telecom companies were fighting with each other and competing with each other to gain more and more subscribers, more and more customers. So one strategy that they adopted was to provide free internet services to their consumers, while to access social networking sites such as Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp and all that stuff free. It was totally free for the people in Bangladesh. So now government thought that it is having a counter effect on the population, because people are busy, or you can say wasting too much of time on social media. So that's why the Bangladesh government have banned that telecom companies can no further provide free internet services for social media use. Now please comment below in the comment section, do you want the government of India, do you want Modi ji to do the same in India? Should free internet services be banned? Because in India also there are a few companies that do so. Now next news from international arena. The founder of e-commerce giant Amazon. So you know that Amazon is the largest e-commerce company of this planet. So Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, he successfully completed his space flight. So it is not technically actually a space flight, but he flew almost like up till 100 kilometers in altitude and then he came back. So this took him like 10 minutes of time. So the data, or you can say the data point that you have to remember in memory is that Amazon, Jeff Bezos, and the name of the rocket. So name of the rocket was Blue Origin. So Bezos Space Company, name of the space company is Blue Origin, and the name of the rocket was New Shepard rocket. So I am writing the name of the rocket, New Shepard rocket, and name of Jeff Bezos' space company is Blue Origin. So next news, India, Sri Lanka and Maldives. So these three countries, what is common between these three countries? So all these three countries are located on the shores of Indian Ocean. So you can say all these three countries are located in Indian Ocean, have got something to do with Indian Ocean. So these three countries came together to conduct a virtual navy exercise. So since it is virtual, so location does not come into picture. It is virtual, did not took place actually. So which three countries? India, Sri Lanka and Maldives. So all these three countries have come together for cooperation in Indian Ocean neighbor. So as you know that India's foreign policy, so recently media have started to refer to India's policy, or you can say politicians have also coined this term, neighborhood first. So neighboring countries, India and China, because China is a, you can say politically opponent of India, diplomatically opponent. So both these countries want to, I would say that rather China want to spread its influence in and around the countries of India. So India has also adopted the policy of neighborhood. Before China spreads its influence, so India should also do the same. So neighborhood first and security and growth for all in the region. So another foreign policy element, security and growth for all. In short, SAGAR. So these two are foreign policy elements of India's policy, neighborhood first and SAGAR. So next news, India's first pod taxi has started its operation. So you know what is pod taxi? So pod taxis are, you can say one coach mini trains. So in these mini coaches, 6 passengers can be seated. So they have like something called as monorail, specially designed railway track from them. So these pod taxis have started operating in India for the first time. So from where to where? From Noida airport to Film City. So both these locations are located in Noida, suburbs of Noida, Uttar Pradesh. So from Noida airport to Film City. So Noida airport is located at Jewar and Film City is located like 30-35 kilometers from there on. Next news. So our Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi has inaugurated a convention center in Varanasi. So what is the constituency of Mr. Narendra Modi? From where did he win the election? For two terms he has been winning from Varanasi. So apart from being the Prime Minister of India, he is also the Member of Parliament from Varanasi. So he inaugurated in his constituency a convention center. So what is convention center? Where government can hold conferences, international summits, stadium is there, people can be seated, conference, all that stuff. So you have to remember a few things. The location, Varanasi. And the other thing that you have to remember, that it was built with the help of Japan. So it is a symbol of friendship between India and Japan. So next news is that India has become the world's 5th largest foreign exchange reserve holder. So it's a good news for India. So every country has a central bank. So what is the Central Bank of India? So Reserve Bank of India is the Central Bank of India. So Central Bank of most of the countries, they keep foreign exchange reserve. Now what is foreign exchange reserve? So you would expect that since RBI is Indian bank, it should have all Indian currency. So that is not the case. So Central Bank, that means RBI, in its, you can say, treasury, it keeps currency of various countries. So some strong currencies such as dollar, yen, all these are strong currencies. I mean, strong means they do not fluctuate much. So this is known as foreign exchange reserve. So why do banks keep this? Because if their own domestic currency is fluctuating too much, or they can invest, they want to keep, I mean, say, as a safeguard. And in case if let's say the RBI has too much of dollar, so they can make profit by selling dollar if dollar becomes stronger. So that is the concept of foreign exchange reserve. So India has become the world's 5th largest foreign exchange reserve holder. So what is the total amount of foreign exchange reserve in RBI? So almost $502 billion, $502 billion. So this is the first time that RBI has crossed $500 billion mark, and that is why India managed to become the 5th largest foreign exchange reserve holder. Now question may logically come to your mind, if India is ranked 5th, so which country is ranked first? So on number 1 is China, number 2 is Japan, number 3 is Switzerland, number 4 is Russia. Currently this keeps on changing, but for a long time China has held its position. So dear students, before I proceed any further, I would like to make a sincere request to all of you. Since most of you would be preparing for one or the other exam, and this is a time of lockdown, so the traditional medium of studying that you used to attend some coaching or that, all that has been disrupted. So Vidya Guru can be very helpful in that aspect, because if you visit our website, you will get all sorts of courses like pen drive courses, online courses. So even if you are at your home, you cannot go out because of COVID, because of Corona, there is a lockdown at your place. So this is the best you can say companion, or the best gift you can give to yourself. Because if you see our result in past 10-12 years, so we have consistently produced toppers. So you can visit our website for further details. So whichever exam you are preparing, be it like SSC or banking exam, or even like state services exams such as UPPSC, Madhya Pradesh Service Commission, Rajasthan Service Commission, Bihar Service Commission. So state level exams, even if you are preparing for that, you can avail courses. So now if you subscribe to any of these courses, you can also avail of discounts that are currently on offer. So please do visit our website once. So once you are done with this video, once you have seen this video, I would request all of you, if you are sincere, if you are really you can say ambitious or really serious about your careers, then you should visit our website at least once. So next news, Piyush Goyal. So Piyush Goyal has been appointed as the leader of House in Rajya Sabha. So who is Piyush Goyal? So he is a politician belonging to Bharatiya Janata Party. So he has recently been appointed as the leader of House in Rajya Sabha. So apart from this, he is also the Union Cabinet Minister. So he is the Union Minister of Textiles, also the Minister of Commerce and Industry, and also Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. So he holds many portfolios. So recently, you know that cabinet reshuffle has taken place. So you will find us dedicated video on this reshuffle on our playlist, Vidya Guru's playlist. So Mr. Piyush Goyal has recently been made in charge of these three portfolios. So the other reason why he is in news is why? Because he has been appointed the leader of House in Rajya Sabha. So in Rajya Sabha there is a leader, and then there is a deputy leader. So who has been appointed the deputy leader? Because Piyush Goyal was the deputy leader. So he has been made from deputy leader, he has been made leader. So the post of deputy leader became vacant. So that post was given to Mr. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi. So he is also a politician belonging to Bharatiya Janata Party. So he is now the deputy leader of Rajya Sabha. So apart from that, he is also the Union Minister for Minority Affairs. So Mr. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi. So this is all that you have to remember. So next news, Government of India has announced that it is going to set up the first of its kind, the first Indian Institute of Heritage at Noida. So Noida is also known as Gautam Buddha Nagar. So the Culture Minister Kishan Reddy, so while he was speaking in Parliament, so he gave this information. So what is the concept of Indian Institute of Heritage? So just like we have Indian Institute of Technology, totally devoted to technology, or you can say technical, you can say advancement. So Indian Institute of Heritage would be taking care of promotion of India's heritage, so that all the future generation should be aware of it. So dedicated institute for that. So the location is Indian Institute of Noida. The other fact that you have to remember, because of cabinet reshuffle, all these things have become important. Culture Minister Mr. Kishan Reddy. So next news, digital platform Kisan Sarthi has been launched. So Kisan means farmer. So it would be easy for you to remember that this scheme is related to farmers. So this was inaugurated by the Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare. So who is he? So Mr. Narendra Singh Tomar is Government of India's Minister of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare. So the name of this scheme is Kisan Sarthi, which is meant to help farmers. In what way? So this app or this platform will provide the right information at right time in the local language, in the desired language, because they are farmers. They might not know, let's say, English, or if you are talking of a farmer of, let's say, Karnataka, he may not know English, he may not know Hindi. So local language is their right information. So at what time it is going to rain, what would be the humidity, what would be temperature, all the stuff related to agriculture. So next news, MIT means Ministry of Information and Technology, have signed a memorandum of agreement or memorandum of understanding, MOU, memorandum of understanding. You can say it's like an agreement with a digital company Map My India. So what does Map My India do? So it is a digital platform in which maps of all sizes and denomination, for example district level map, block level map, map of Pune, map of Kolkata, map of you can say Madhya Pradesh, or map of India, it is digitally available. So Government of India through its you can say one of the departments, Ministry of Information and Technology, have signed an agreement with Map My India, because Government of India has launched an app. The name of the app is Umang app. So what does Umang app do? So Umang app helps you to find the location of nearest you can say landmarks, like nearest restaurant, nearest hospital. So since it's a government app, so it is more focused on public amenity, nearest toilet, nearest hospital, nearest blood bank, so all that stuff. So now Map My India will provide the digital infrastructure, maps and all for this app. So now state level news, some state government schemes. So COVID vaccination campaign for program for pregnant women in Kerala has been launched, has been prioritized, because they are pregnant, so they need special attention. So priority wise, so they will be given COVID vaccines in on priority. So the name of the scheme is Matru Kavacham. Matru means mother, Kavacham means security. So COVID vaccination scheme launched by which state government? So Kerala state government. Next news from state of Telangana. So in Telangana's twin city, so twin cities, which two cities are known as twin cities of Telangana? Hyderabad and Sikandrabad. Both are IT hub of India. So in these two cities, a festival, very you can say widely popular festival known as Bonalu. So it's a regional festival but widely popular in that region. So Bonalu was celebrated. So that's all you have to remember, the name of the festival, name of the state it is associated with, Bonalu, Telangana. Next news is from Karnataka. So Chief Minister of Karnataka. So Chief Minister of Karnataka, you know, he has recently been changed. So Yadurappa has been replaced by Bommaiya. So that's a different story. So Karnataka government, you can say, have unveiled a bike taxi scheme. So what is a bike taxi? So like there is a concept of Ola Uber where you book 4-wheelers. So you can also book bikes for small distance traveling. So that is the concept of bike taxi. So the government of Karnataka had launched it. So this is a electric bike taxi scheme. Next news is from Haryana. So Haryana has done something very different, very unique. So what has it actually done is that it has set up India's first grain ATM. Grain ATM in Gurugram. So in Gurugram's Farruka Nagar block. So in option you might also see Farruka Nagar, you might not see Gurugram. So detailed location I am telling you. Farruka Nagar located in Gurugram. Where is Gurugram? You obviously know, Haryana. So what is the concept of grain ATM? So you know that government has launched many schemes, PDS schemes, public distribution schemes. So with the help of this scheme, government distributes different grains, especially wheat, rice and millet. So people used to go to ration shops. So ration shops, so government said, okay, now no need to go to ration shop, we are launching an ATM. So now you can go and insert your Aadhaar card and grains will be you can say ejected, you can take it. So location is Farruka Nagar, which is located in Gurugram. Next news is also from Haryana. So Haryana government has launched a scheme known as One Block One Product. So what is meaning of block? So in districts are further broken down in administrative units known as block. So each block will be government will promote one unique product. Suppose there is a village which is producing dairy products. So government will promote dairy, will associate dairy with that block and will promote it. Another village, if they are good at embroidery, so government will say, okay, this block I will promote embroidery. So that is the meaning of this scheme. So next news is from Gujarat. So in Gujarat's Kutch district, there is a village known as Kunaria village. So location, Gujarat's Kutch district, and the name of the village is Konaria village. So what these people have actually done is that they have conducted India's first Balika Panchayat. So Balika means girl, and you know obviously what Panchayat means. So what was the concept behind this Balika Panchayat was that girls between the age 10 to 21 years were allowed to contest the elections for Panchayat for some time, not for long duration. So it's just you can say exercise in democracy. So 10 to 12 year old girls were allowed to contest election, or some around 400 votes were polled. So the purpose was to, you can say, generate interest among these girls into local level politics, so that in future they can become good politicians, they can take interest in the development of their own panchayat. So that was the concept. So you have to remember the location, Kunaria village, Balika Panchayat. Next news is from Maharashtra. So Maharashtra has become India's first state government to use blockchain technology in issuing educational documents. So blockchain technology, digital technology. So Maharashtra is the first state of India to do so, and because of which India itself has become the fourth country in the world to do so. Do what? To issue educational certificates using blockchain technology. So India has become now the fourth country in the world to do so. Next news, Gujarat High Court has officially, formally started live streaming of the proceedings, and it has thus become India's first court to do so formally. You know that during lockdown this streaming has started, but it was thought to be temporary. You can say a temporary arrangement. But now Gujarat High Court has said that we are going to formally launch this service, be there lockdown or not, but we are going to do this for all time to come. So Gujarat High Court. Next news, India's Payal Kapadia has won an award at Cannes 2021. So you know what is Cannes 2021? So Cannes is situated in France. It's a city in France, and it's a film festival. So in Cannes Film Festival, India's Payal Kapadia has been awarded Best Documentary Award. So name of that documentary was A Night of Knowing Nothing, and this documentary award in actual French, or you can say Cannes 2021 Film Festival language, is known as Oil d'Or, which translates to golden eye. So Payal Kapadia, Best Documentary Award, also known as Oil d'Or. Name of the documentary, A Night of Knowing Nothing. So next news from the arena of sports. So Australian city Brisbane has been, you can say, conferred the status of host, or you can say given the rights to host 2032 Summer Olympic Games and also the Paralympic Games. Paralympic means meant for Divyang peoples. So 2031 the host city would be Brisbane. So currently also Olympics are going on. So currently Olympics are going on at Tokyo. So any news related with Olympics become important. So from the static GK point of view, headquarters of International Olympic Corporation is located at Lausanne. Lausanne is in Switzerland. So you will say that this is the 2032. What about the Olympics which are going to be held even before that? So in 2024 the host city would be Paris, and in 2028 host city would be Los Angeles in US. Paris is in France. So 2032 Brisbane, 2022 France, 2028 in US, and currently Olympics are going on in Tokyo. Next news, India to host 2026 Badminton World Championship. So India is going to do this for the second time. So India has already hosted it once in 2009. So that time it was held in Hyderabad. So this is the second time, and it is going to be held in the year 2026. So India is the host. Next news, Pakistan cricket team's captain Babar Azam. So currently Babar Azam is the captain of Pakistan's cricket team. So he became the fastest batsman to score 14 one-day international centuries. So he became the fastest one to do so, and he broke the record of Meg Lanning, and she's actually a woman. So if you talk about men's cricket, so he broke the record of Hashim Amla. So Babar Azam took only 18 innings to do so. So all you have to remember is the name, and all these details are not relevant. So next news from Formula One racing. So Mercedes, which is a Formula One racing team. So Lewis Hamilton belongs to Mercedes Formula One racing team. So he won the British Grand Prix 2021. So British Grand Prix is Formula One championship. So it was held at Silverstone Circuit, United Kingdom. So Lewis Hamilton Grand Prix. So dear students, I hope you would have liked this video, and we keep on uploading these videos regularly, current affairs and also other videos related to other subjects for your benefit. So if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, then please do so immediately, and if you would hit the bell icon so that whenever we upload any video in future, so you immediately get a notification for the same. And I would like to request you again, it's actually for your benefit rather, that please do give us a visit once, because the benefit of preparing with Vidya Guru is that unlike other institute, we update our study material every year. So if you visit the study material of any other institute, if you have any of your friends who have bought the same material, let's say like 3 years ago, you would find no difference. But Vidya Guru, the speciality is that we keep on updating it every year. So you will get the updated material as recent as last year questions would also be included in that. So please do give us a visit once.